literally meant any button. Fresh water can be pumped from underground. Oh. Oh, okay, we're good. This game makes me nervous, but I love it. Hello, welcome, welcome. Hello, everyone. Welcome. My phone's upside down. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Today we start off our simulator theme week, where we kind of focus on some simulators. It's gonna be a little bit of a slower week. Before we get back into the crazes, because I'm hoping the way I time this will start off kind of slow and build up to the craziness it's going to be hopefully in a few weeks. But hopefully we'll have to see how things go. But for now, either way, we're going to kind of start off in a more simple, calm atmosphere. More simulator based, more city building. We're gonna become the king of all the cities. The what? No, no. We're really. I'm actually just gonna try to build. It won't be, of course, exact. Because this game, one, I don't think it has. I don't know if there's a map for the USA or not. We'll see. If there is, we're gonna try to pick that and then go where my home state is and just build that city. Dude, now, even though I remember parts of the layout of ATL, aka Georgia, in a game trying to replicate that isn't going to be exactly, possible. I'm going to get kind of certain things I can remember correct. We're also going to do, to make it more accurate in different ways, we're also going to eventually expand it because of how big this game can get and how many cities you can expand to in this one. We're basically going to create each of the main counties that I remember of and got to live in for a little bit as well around it to kind of add to the life of the city. Plus, in this game, the way it works, the more you expand, the more it grows, the more it grows, the more it makes, the more it makes, the more it grows. So we're going to be the greatest Southern mayo you've ever seen. But welcome everyone to City Skylines 2. I picked this up through the Game Pass. I noticed it was on there. I was like, you know what? I haven't got to try this one. I've heard there's this good and bad things. There's some bugs and stuff supposedly. I don't know if they've been fixed or not. I'm coming into this kind of late, so from what I've seen, it's not terrible even with whatever bugs that may or may not happen. It seems pretty good. Now, my rig is a smaller rig, so we're going to be running this in a very much older graphics setting, so more 1080p, lower end style of that. Much like always, until I upgrade later this year. So, I actually hope one of the problems this game has is going to be avoided just because I'm such a low rig that we're not even going to be nowhere near the resolution that most higher ends with even streaming or having problems with anyways. So, but welcome everyone. Later on, which is why I'm starting the stream so early today, we should be joining up with Manland James if things work out. And we're going to be doing some Motortown today as well. I'm hoping to be a certain job today, but I've got to get on there as soon as I'm done here with the beginnings of our city. I don't expect to get a lot done in the first episode of this city. We're probably going to have to do the major stuff next episode, the major beginning stuff. We're going to try to get like a small little grid started, try to get some of the basics going, and that's where we'll kind of leave it for the beginning of Atlanta, back in its early days. Oh man, welcome everyone. Hello. Let's see, what time is it? It is 3:35. I'll give it like 5 more minutes, maybe 10 more minutes at best. I don't want to stay here too long. Like I said, we got a lot to do today, and we got a busy, quite Even though did this on purpose, quite a busy little simulator week. I've got quite a few I found that because of Game Pass. I'm like, okay, I'll check that out. Plus, I might see if there's a really good, like anything on like really good sale, but I think I'm gonna save that for like any emergencies we're gonna have if we need, because I've still got a small amount of emergency stream money as well left. That's outside of my main budget that I'm keeping for stuff I need to do in IRL. That we should lead to our much more insane weeks to come later on. When those themes happen, it's going to be hilarious. Now, some of those themes, when we do the bigger themes, the special themes, those I will extend for at least probably a week or two, depending on what happens and how much pace we make during each week. Like the first week will determine a lot with two of the themes. One of them being the Warhammer catch-up theme for console intent. Along with, we will still have to be doing some Warhammer on the side as well. But it'll mainly be the console Warhammers I want to try to focus on. I'm going to pick me up one or two by the time that happens. Luckily, by the time that happens, everything should be fine. I should be able to get those once everything is fixed and where it should be. And that'll be what we'll focus on that. But then, depending on the progress we make on each of the games on that timeline, that one will end up also being extended by a week or two or whatever it needs, depending on how far we make it. And then the major theme, our fantasy theme, aka Final Fantasy theme, when that finally happens and hits the door, it will be here until it's finished, because I need to make sure I don't let myself slack on that. I really have missed that game, and since the crash of the great PS5, the great crash of the PS5, we've also got to finish 16. So they're going to be both happening at the same time. There will be my exchange. There will be some fillers just to keep things fresh so it doesn't get too monotonous for anyone who's not a Final Fantasy fan. So they don't still have stuff to watch. But as far as majority of what that theme will be Final Fantasy focus when that happens. It'll be 7 Remake all the way up to 7 Rebirth. DLC's included. So, when that happens. But those will be separated between 2 months, most likely, because I don't really want those on the same month no matter what. Because it's really not fair, and I need a big enough string so we can kind of have fun with it and take our time with it. So, but like I said, this won't happen for probably another few weeks, so just be safe. But we'll most likely start with Warhammer, just because it'll end up probably being easier that way once that time comes. There might still be, that being said, with how many more weeks it's going to be in between even that, there still might be another Warhammer / fantasy week at some point before then. Just to do something special I've learned that has been updated in a certain Warhammer game I play on this channel quite a lot, for a certain faction. And I'm like, yes! Finally! Someone who can go toe-to-toe with Village Archaon and freaking Tyrion. I was going to say Elf Boy because I couldn't remember his name. But anyway, he's welcome. But that's our plans to come for the channel. Let's get our little city started here. And let's see. This is what I thought. I didn't think there was like a United States map. There's probably a way to mod one in, but I'm not going to do that on our first playthrough for Skylines 2. I'm just going to try to go with one that kind of looks like it in my head. Kind of. Guys, I don't know what that is. Yeah, see, that's like a Florida, like a hybrid alternate reality Florida. Too many mountains. I mean, kinda. This could work. So far, I think my biggest interest is this one and this one. Even though there's no islands. The bad one about this one is the big islands. I think this one, I like this one because then we can just pretend that this is like Stone Mountain. It won't be perfect because it's not a United States map, but oh, I like all of this stuff that it shows you. Airplane connections, ship connections, but very little. Highway connection, electricity connection. Has 7,219 tons of oil there. 16.1 kilotons of ore. 129 kilotons of wood / forestry. 7.8 kilometers times 2 squared, rather, I should say. That's not bad. Georgia did have a lot of farms. This might be our best bet. What does this one say? See this river though, like that. Like there is nothing like that in Georgia. No, I think I'm happier with this. Twin Mountains. Alright. And this is about what they have too. Buildable area. Oof, that's kind of small though. 39%. 41. Well, that's not much different there though. Oh, the latitude's northern hemisphere. Hold on. You're southern. We might have to go here. Oh, those mountains though. Jesus. It's definitely not like that there either. What else is southern? That is, once again. Damn. Why does this one have to be the southern one? I guess we could just build up here, but it's like then the rest of these make no sense. Well, there's too many northerns. There's not enough southerns there. I call Portland. Alright, well, oh, that's European also. Oh, shoot, we also have to see which ones are North American, too. Okay. So it's gonna be Fantasy World, Georgia. Europe, North American. Well, this is European interesting. I did not notice that. That's like Central America. Like the middle areas. Towards west. Alright, so I can at least make this work. Alright. We're gonna go Barrier Island, Southern Hemisphere, North America. This now adds rail access, which they do have. So we'll go with that. And now we have 12.4 kilometers squared farming area, 146 kilotons of forestry, 8,944 tons of ore. That's a lot higher than that. What that was, wasn't it? Wow, really? Holy crap. Let's not admit 16. Let's just spin the stand for 16,000. Then that means this one is more. But we're not. Georgia wasn't a mining town, to be fair. So at least it's somewhat accurate. That oil, though, is that bigger? Okay, that's bigger. So this, that makes sense. There's also a bigger building area, so we'll go with this. Oh, I missed comments. Yo, what's up, Fire Seer? Hi, Arnott. Darius found out something interesting about divers. The devs don't have a dev server. They drop all. Oh yeah, I already saw that. They may not have a server. They probably test out stuff more in the office. There's probably like a private little thing that's not necessarily a server, I'd call it. It's not online. It's called a LAN access. They probably have a LAN access server they use, but as far as real testing, they probably just throw it in. So we're going to go with this. It's not going to be perfect, but without mods, it's not going to be, which is fine, because I'd rather the first one be more of a test and we just have fun with it, so. And pretend that it's an alternate reality version of it, but Barrier Island's probably the closest we're going to get. Alright, city name. There we go. Switches to left-hand road traffic when checked. No, we're fine. Right hand's fine. Unlock all. When checked, you will receive access to all city services and signature building zone types, tools. Oh no, I don't want that. Oh, cool. So you can play sandbox mode if you want. I am going to do tutorials, so this shows anyone who's still learning new city skylines too, and look just like I am, to kind of show what's going on. So let's start game, and let's see how it goes. I turned down a lot of the settings to make sure for us it renders properly without high-end this game once. So it should be good. Ah. Nice, nice. Alright, welcome to City Skylines 2. This is the place to build the city of your dreams. Take on in-depth challenges of managing city services and directing traffic flow, and follow the lives of your citizens. Tutorials are here to guide you as you take your first steps towards building a city. As you progress, more hints and guidance become available in case you need it. Start game with tutorials. Before you start, let's look at how you move about your landscape by using camera controls. If at any time you feel like turning the tutorials off or on again, you can do so from the pause menu. The gear icon located at the top right corner in the pause menu. You can also save your game and adjust all types of the game settings. Hey, the controller does work. Let's use control then. Rotate camera. Zoom in and out. Frames are still a little choppy. May still have to turn some things down. Where'd it go? Oh, that's why we're using control now. Great job! You are now ready to start your first city. To guide you through your steps, we have prepared your task list for you. Start a task by selecting play and complete the steps to unlock the feature. You will also see hints along the way. They point out useful information. You can proceed at your own pace and revisit any completed task by selecting play again. Select your first task. Roads are main city infrastructure, most of them with underground utility networks that handle electricity, water, and sewage. Road basics. Okay. How do I... oh, focus task. Oh, there we go. A city exists around roads. When you build a road, a cell grid appears on the land next to it. This is the area where you can build on. Most roads also come with a built-in utility network. A network of electricity cables, pipes for water and sewage, so all buildings connected to a road with a utility network automatically have a connection to the utilities. Yeah, see, there are roads you want to do that don't have utilities if you don't want to waste water going down a pipe that's unnecessary. What's going on? How do I get out of this? What do I do? What? Alright, I want to build. Why are you being weird? Did I break it already? I wonder if the tutorial has bugs in it. Well, I might have to use this. There we go. Roads come in different sizes of configuration, ranging from oh boy, hold on. Why is it being straight? It's not selected. Oh, continue tutorial. Hello. Hi. Hello. The two-lane road is a basic road with two lanes, one in each direction. With street lamps on this one side, it is easy to build with, but it can only support a low amount of traffic. When it's selecting a road, keep an eye on the information panel. It will show you how much road costs to build and maintain, and how much electricity and built-in utility network can handle. They say, yo, silly! I know, yeah, don't worry. The Fazbear Court funded this city personally. That's why Atlanta even exists. No, I'm just kidding. That's why there's Chuck E. Cheese's everywhere. What? Not sponsored. I just grew up around that place. These can be used to help you build exactly how and what you want. Different options are available according to what you are currently building. Tool modes. Different modes help you build roads in varying shapes. Yes. Select the mode according to the shape you want to build. You can always switch to a different mode at any time. Replace. This mode can be used to change any road you have already built to a different type. No need for the bulldozer. Turn replace mode on and select a new road type from the roads menu. When you select a section of an existing road on the map, the new road type will be built in the old one's place. Keep an eye on how replacing affects traffic lanes and existing buildings. Yeah, because bigger roads mean certain buildings might get bulldozed automatically, or houses, depending on how big the road is. Elevation down. Changing road elevation down allows you to construct tunnels. You can construct tunnels at different elevations, which allow them to cross each other. This is especially handy when creating public transport lines. Huh. But what did I miss? I missed something. Oh no, I read what Farseer said about the AT-AT and everything, yeah. But yeah, exactly, exactly, Celia. That's why Chuck E. Cheese's exist. It's just another alternate Fazbear Corp utility. No, I was kidding. Let's see. Yeah, this is especially handy when creating public transport lines, especially underground subways. Elevation up. Changing road elevation up allows you to construct overpasses and ramps. You can also use this to bridge gaps in terrain created by water or other obstacles. Elevation step. Adjust how much the elevation changes when you use the up and down arrows. This mode makes parallel mode. This mode makes two of the selected roads run perfectly aligned next to each other. You can increase or decrease the space between the roads once you turn on the mode. Snapping. These options can help fine-tune the shape and placement of your roads. With snapping on, roads and other objects become magnetic to what snapping modes you have turned on. Snapping options can be turned on and off individually. Building roads. To get a city started and make it grow, you will need to make it possible for both people and materials to arrive. Look around your map and find the roads that leads out of the map area. Start building your city by connecting to and expanding from these roads. Build roads with A. When done, unselect the road tool with B. Having good connections to outside world is key to your success. I still need to turn some set. I want to build over here. I don't want to build there. I want to build it, 500,000. See, I don't think it's going to allow us to buy a tile. So we're just going to have to start down here and pretend that Atlanta had its own island and decided to compete with Florida. See, okay, here comes the problem now. How do I select the, what's called business? Alright, well, now I got it. Okay. So, let's I can see where the mouse would be better for this though. So it's gonna be a bit wonky. Until we get a better highway, it's gonna be like this. So let's build out here. And let's get out of that. Made a mistake, don't worry, you can bulldoze it and remove objects here. Zoning residential, okay. Let's focus that next. Zoning determines which types of buildings are built in the selected area. Buildings in zoned areas get built automatically depending on the city's needs. Areas that are not zoned will remain empty. This thing's a little... I see where all the bugs come in. It would have been better just for me to, like, play and skip to the tutorial. The tutorial seems to have a problem switching between control and, what's it called? Okay. Zones are divided into groups according to the types of buildings they allow for. Also, the newest Stellaris expansion allows you to be an Adeptus Mechanicus or become the... Yeah, I already know that. I've already let James know ahead of time the terror that is coming. Stellaris will come back once I have the ability to do the theme for it. And money, of course, for the expansion when it comes out. James is very excited. He's also very excited about my new build for a certain faction in Total War Warhammer that's coming. Because of a certain new hero that got added. Ulrika is now not my only choice. I have something far scarier. It makes way more sense than what the bonuses it gives me. Oh.
So settle back in your chair, pour yourself.
It's gonna be good. I finally am able to make a build possible that was very hard to accomplish. Also, I love the radio in this game. Quibble.
And an aria inspired by the
Zones are divided into groups according to the types of buildings they allow for. This is a way to allocate different areas to cities of different uses. Okay, that was a map filter. I don't know how I did that. It didn't tell me. You can choose which theme the zone buildings. That's like North American, European. You can choose which theme the zone buildings allow for. This affects the visual style of the buildings that get built in the area. You can change the theme at any time. The change will come into effect for any zoning you apply. Tooltip, tool modes. Different modes help you shape your zones exactly the way you want. Keep in mind that for building to get built, though, the zone area needs to be adjacent to a road and have enough space on it. Low density housing. This zone type is for single-family homes. They have a positive effect on residents' happiness, but can become expensive to live in when land value rises. Different job types and availability of jobs affects the demand for different types of housing. Zoning for residential. Zoning in an area residential will allow people to start moving into your city. For a happier neighborhood, place your residential areas in a suitable location. People appreciate living away from sources of pollution such as industry and large, noisy highways. You are free to design your residential area any way you like. When building roads, you can make use of the grid tool to create bigger neighborhoods in an instant. Or you can take your time and plan scenic winding roads along the shoreline. We want the zoning! We don't want zoning to be fair yet. See, this is... My thing is, how do I get this menu down here to pop up? I don't know if they... I think they accidentally screwed that up. There we go. So I want roads. Let's start from right here. Also, how do I turn gridding on control, though? Oh, okay. Ah. Is that it? Oh. Whoa, that's very handy. Whoa. Okay, I like that. That's cool. Do that. That's really dope. Yo. You know, maybe Foster, who knows? Who knows? Oh, I did that wrong, didn't I? I did the wrong type of road. Oh no, this is just a bigger road. Okay, but that had it. Okay. How do I return replays on? Is it this? I don't know. It is. go. It's going to be pretty traffic heavy in the beginning, but... Alright, now we want some zoning. We want some low density zoning. It is on the wrong theme. How do I change theme? We want... Yeah, we want North American theme. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. I'm gonna do stuff like this. It's gonna allow me to well, I don't think that was enough, was it? There we go. Okay. Removing zones. If you ever feel that a zone is the wrong place, you can choose to remove the entire zone or shape it by removing parts of it. Use tool mode of your choice while holding down Y button to paint an area you want to remove. Okay, that's cool. Rezoning. If you would like to change an already zoned area to a different type, you can apply new zoning on top of the old one. Okay, good. Condemned buildings. Buildings that already existed in the area you are rezoning or removing zoning from will become condemned. Condemned buildings will get automatically demolished over time. For a faster build time, you can bulldoze them yourself and make room for your new buildings. Okay. Now we got zone commercial. Says they have no sewage. Don't these roads have sewage? There's no power. Oh, do I? Well, let's get to that because it's gonna make me do all that anyways. That's probably why it doesn't have it. It didn't have me do that first, which is probably what I would have done first anyways. But alright, time to focus on... Oh. No commercial. Commercial zones. Let me bring chat. Yeah, it's fine. Well, yeah, but only people who know what that is will know. So you see, you're privy to extra information, Fazio. Because you know what the Warhammer is. So, but it's more about the bonuses this person gives to certain units. So we're gonna create an actual build for this. I'm just not sure if I want to do it with a certain old woman or if I want the Ice Queen to do it. The Ice Queen would probably make more sense, but hey. But commercial zones provide space for different types of business use. Businesses provide services and jobs to the residents, increase city income by paying taxes and fees. Alright. Might be. Oh, it wants me to select it. Now because I'm doing it the right way with the control. Okay. Commercial zones provide space for different types of business use. Businesses provide services and jobs for the residents and increase city income by paying taxes and fees. Low density business. This zone is a type for a single-story, low-rise buildings for small business. These businesses provide important local services such as stores, restaurants, and gas stations for citizens living nearby. Okay. Zoning for commercial. Zoning land for commercial space will allow for commercial companies to start up businesses. For a prospering business area, place it close to where the people are. Close proximity to residential zones benefits both residents and businesses. A good balance between these two will increase citizen happiness and provide both services as well as jobs. Okay. So, make sure I'm on grid mode. I am. Make sure it's on American. Okay, so how do I want to do this? So I need to create more room for other houses to people to live in. So I feel like it needs to be here. Like it needs to be closer to where the highway would be. Let's do a grid like this. We'll go that big for now. Pausing the simulation will temporarily stop time. This allows you to build and plan and find solutions at your own pace. Once you're done, unpause the game and resume the time flow. How do I do that with the controller? I don't know how to do that with draw. I'll figure it out. If you feel time is going too slowly, slowly or passing by too quickly, you can switch between the different simulation speeds. Alright, what would that be? What would that be? I don't know what that would be on the controller. Anyways, is it that? That's that. That? Oh, okay, anyways. Zoning industrial. Oh yeah, well, before we do that. This has to be further away from them. This needs to be up here.
You're listening to Second Moon Radio with J. Thomas Hornbuckle, and we're pervading some of the finest classical music on the air. Keep that dial right here.
That's good for now. Okay. Well, if you're gonna simulate dreams, possibly bird people, I recommend using the Borg ship mod to be installed of your totally not Borg Empire. I mean, that could look just like Borg, but I like how some of the robot factions are gonna look now. I may just leave them as is, we'll see. Just add some flair and anything else. There's a tutorial waiting for you when you're ready. Oh, thank you. Wow, this is a very helpful game, even with all the small weird bugs it has. Industrial zones. Industrial zones provide land for industrial business. Industries provide jobs and increase city tax revenue. Industrial zones provide land for already read that, so now we're manufacturing. These zones allows for all types of industrial manufacturing buildings and warehouses. Industrial company process materials to create material goods, which can be further processed by other industries, sold by commercial businesses, or used by city services. Zoning land for industrial will allow industrial companies to start up businesses. Industrial companies are dependent on materials, so they work best near resources and benefit greatly from good traffic connections in their immediate vicinity. Manufacturing creates pollution, so it's best to place these zones away from people's homes and groundwater deposits. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. So we're gonna put the industrial in this corner because I don't want it to be too close to our houses. Zoning demand. These are the bars that give you at a glance info on what types of zones are currently needed in your city. The fuller the bar, the higher the demand is for the zone type. Each bar grows and shrinks constantly according to the city's changing needs and your zoning efforts. Electricity. Grand opening. Find us at 33 Empire Street. Even though we don't have electricity yet, somehow someone's opening, businesses. Not the species, just the ships. Yeah, I know, because it looks more Borg-like, but like I said, I like the ships of some of the default empires coming out. Plus, my robot empire is not exactly just cubes and spheres. It does have a bit of unusual ergonometry to it, like when it comes to like angles and stuff. And that's because of the origin of where my robots come from. He may be a sentient hive mind, but there's still something left of his previous self. Always will be, even though he has become a planet-destroying, devouring creature. It'll be the first time we can actually make him proper. In Stellaris. It's gonna be great. Almost everything in the city needs electricity to work. A well-working electricity grid keeps citizens happy and services running. There is a variety of ways to generate electricity, and each choice comes with its own pros and cons. Small coal power plant. A coal power plant is a great source of high voltage electricity, but it also generates a lot of pollution. Wind turbine. Wind power is a source of green energy, but the output is completely reliant on weather. Outside source. Electricity can also be imported from neighboring cities by using power lines. This requires no maintenance on your part, but buying electricity when the population grows can get a bit expensive. Select the source of electricity you want to start with and close the panel to move on. You can backtrack back to this panel if you change your mind. You can also build more different types of electricity sources as you progress. Okay. So... Connecting to an outside source to get electricity from outside source, you need to build a transformer station. They convert high voltage electricity coming in from the power lines into low voltage electricity and then feed the electrical cables running underneath the roads to be used by buildings. Building a transformer station. Place a transformer station next to a road in a central location to get equal distribution to buildings. Well-placed transformer stations can prevent bottlenecks from forming and keep the flow of electricity. Okay. So I feel like that might need to be on the main highway. And just feed it through lines. Like right here. High voltage power lines have a high capacity and they are used to connect transformer stations and power plants. To avoid going over roads and buildings, adjust the elevation down to build underground cables. Oh. Oh. Oh, it's overlap. What? Oh wait, but I can build underground cables, right? So. Boom, there we go. Nice. Okay. Electricity info view. Electricity info view shows an overlay of electricity flow throughout the city to help you spot weaknesses and solve problems. Electricity panel shows detailed information about the performance of your electricity grid, conditions that affect it, and where your electricity plants are located. So that's... Oh, whoa. Oh. Yo, they made the view so much better with this. Electricity info view shows an overlay of electricity flow throughout the city to help you spot weaknesses and solve problems. Electricity panel, oh yeah, okay, continue. Electricity flowing. Electricity flow is animated to show how much electricity is flowing and where it's going. Low amounts of electricity are shown as short bars. When electricity flow increases, the bar grows longer. And no individual buildings receive only the amount they need, and most homes only use a small amount of electricity. Cable capacity, electricity flow. There is a limit on how much electricity electric cables and power lines are able to transfer. When there is more electricity trying to flow through the cables and lines than they can handle, the electric grid will suffer and result in buildings not getting enough power. While electricity info is active, you can hover over power lines and cables, see how much electricity is being transferred and how much capacity it is. Bottlenecks. When an electric cable or line is exceeding maximum capacity, a bottleneck will form. Bottlenecks will start to block electricity flow and cause buildings down the line to not receive electricity. To clear the bottleneck and resume electricity services, you will need to bypass the bottleneck by redirecting electricity flow. I love how detailed this has become. They made this way crazier now than it was. Electricity flow can be directed and diverted with power lines and transformer stations. Transformer stations can be placed in areas that need electricity and connected to the power plant with power lines. So yeah, if you need a station to kind of regulate more power in this area, keep the bottleneck from happening, I see. Makes sense. Now we need water. Let's see. I think you might go for the neck words of the new machine ship sets coming through the expansion. Bad news are now Homeworld 3 is delayed to May 13th to fix some major problems with the game they discovered. That's fine. That actually works out for me because when a game gets delayed, it makes it a little easier on me in some ways, so. Every city needs a good water network. Household companies and industries all need water to operate and survive. When the water system is working well, citizens stay healthier, and companies and services are able to operate without problems. Okay. Into water we go. Groundwater pumping station. Groundwater pumping station can be used if your current city limits contain underground water deposits. Groundwater pumping stations are placed on surface above the water deposit and provide clean water to the city, but we're going to need this, aren't we? Wait, do we have? Oh, we do! Oh. Oh crap, okay. Hold up then. Let me get some roads down here. Give me them roads. That's what we want. Is this gonna need road access, I assume? And to tie the water to it, we're gonna go there. Groundwater pumping stations are placed on the surface above the water deposit and uh, provide clean water for the city. Gotcha.
Pending updates to our power grid, the city will be experiencing rolling blackouts. We urge the public to remain calm during these breaks in service and to follow the guidelines on the city's website on how to plan
water pumping stations can be used.
This has been a local public service announcement.
Alright, we'll put one over here too then.
Temporary local shortages in the city's fresh water supply. The public should be aware that we are struggling to get the situation in hand. This has been a local public service announcement.
Damn, the public service announcement is way darker than the...
J. Thomas Hornbuckle. Before we dive into our next selection, I'd like to take a few memento moments to elaborate
What the
on
hell?
the structure of these.
Is Mark doing this radio station?
Our newer, less able listeners. First, we will be dancing through the al dente section before entering the slower largo movement from it and savoring the vivacious anti-pasto movement. So, without further ado, let's raise the curtain.
Alright, choose a pumping station. I put both up because I'm an expensive, crazy lunatic. We'll probably knock one down, but we'll see. This is more of a test for this one. I'm going to rebuild this in non-tutorial mode and try to buy out the tiles that I'd rather start on over on the other side. We'll just have to make sure I have good water access before I do that. Choose a pumping station, I did. Build a pumping station, I did. Place a water pumping station on the shoreline. Make sure the location is far enough away and upstream from the source of pollution, yeah. To keep water pumped to the city clean and clear of contamination. Connecting water pumping stations. If your station is already built next to a road, you're all set and the station is connected to the road's utility network. If your station isn't connected to the road, you'll need to build one. Look for road required notifications. Alright, now we've got notifications. Notification icons are shown to highlight different situations. Some guide you in placing buildings and building roads, others are signs of problem in an area or a building. Select the icon to see more information. Once the situation is clear, the notification will disappear. Alright, it's time for sewage, so we can get this city running. A good sewage network is essential to a city. If sewage is not properly managed, it can have negative effect. It can have negative effects on the city and its citizens. Sewage pipes are included in the road utility network. Separate pipes, okay. Let's go in there. We would need this. We want it to be downstream, so right here will be good. Okay. A clean water used to become sewage. Sewage outlets expel wastewater from the water network. Build sewage outlets, okay. Now we need to connect the sewage pipe. There it is. A single sewage pipe can connect the sewage outlet to the road's utility network. Okay. Connect sewage outlet to the existing network. Now we have sewage. It's nighttime. The poo is now spewing. Don't go highway crazy. I know the stats say more highways, less traffic, but in practice, more lanes equal bigger traffic. That's true. Well, it depends on how you manage your traffic, too. When you're doing American highway traffic, you need a lot of on-ramps and off-ramps to keep that crap from happening. This is why this is terrible, this layout we have right here. This is going to be awful. This is not going to work. I'm just doing this for the tutorial. Where I should have built, let me zoom out, is over here. I wanted to build it near all this forestry because then we can then start with forestry as our main industry to make most of our early money. Plus, this looks more like where you'd have Atlanta because Atlanta comes off the main stretch of highways. So we'd have to do an off-ramp. Is that the train access too? The only weird thing about this is the train access is in an awkward spot where the highway is. So I'm going to have to go over the train access and under the power lines, which is going to be weird, but we'll make it look pretty as time goes on. We might come off of this one and start Atlanta using this highway to make it a little more efficient. And then connect to this one later. This also will keep it safer because this already has a setup that I just talked about, where to make the highway better, you've got a lot of good little off-ramps in different directions and loops. This is basically Spaghetti Junction without me having to make Spaghetti Junction. If you've lived in Georgia, you know what that is. But for the tutorial purposes, we're just going to start on this little island for this, since there's no US maps in this. I may have to turn the brightness up too. This game is very dark at night time. Alright. Sewage is done. Pause menu. You can visit the pause menu anytime to save and load your game. Under options, you will find settings for graphics, audio, tutorials, and more. This game will be paused while the menu is open. Well done! You've completed your task and now have the basic knowledge of how to build a city. Going forward, more tutorials and hints will pop up to guide you on your way. If you feel like you no longer need the guidance, you can turn the tutorials off in the pause menu. You can always view old tutorials by accessing the advisor with the R3 button. Would you like to continue building this city or start a new one? Start a new city. So we're going to go to the same place, but we're going to start a new city. Okay. That random. Okay. That's what happens when Xbox is part of that. I tried to bring up, I guess, an on-screen keyboard, but because this isn't actually Xbox, I didn't really understand that. So it took me out. Okay. Every continued tutorials, yep, there we go, that's fine. Now we can build it our own way. Good, good. Okay, start game. Building Atlanta is a tall task. No, it's not really a very task. That's funny to say it that way, though. Alright. So, can I buy tiles? How do I buy tiles? I gotta learn how to do this. Because we may have to start with a small area over here and just bulldoze it later for efficiency purposes. No, that's not what I want. I already know how landscaping works, thankfully. Am I not allowed to, like, buy a tile over here? Is he really blocking me on that? Also, I never did find out what pauses the game. Let's look real quick on control and pause the game. Simulation. Left stick A. Ah, it's multi-button. Ah, okay. Left stick A is pause. Okay. Yeah, okay, so how do I buy? So let's see if there's a button to buy a tile in there. Maybe it's a shortcut I gotta do. Secondary UI actions. Where is that? Doesn't do anything. Okay. Well, this first episode, like I said, is going to be me relearning how to play City Skylines on a control. Okay, it's open on the secondary apply tool, cancel tool options. These are in the tools. Bulldoze, continue tutorial, focus task, normal speed, quick save, hide you map tiles. Oh, sunset. Hey. Do we have left stick B anywhere? We do. What about left stick Y? Let's see for left stick Y. Might be why it's not totally working. Left stick Y, left stick Y, left stick Y. Don't see anything. Oh, yeah. So left stick A is pause, right? So it has to be left stick D-pad. So what about left stick by signal? No. You can also use, yeah. Left stick D-pad up. Let's try that. I must not be allowed to do that yet. Oh, that's really kind of weird. Okay. That makes starting on this island a little less. We're just gonna have to deal with it then. Okay. So, then what I want to do is we're gonna have to make a small miniature island town just to feed into building Atlanta in the future. So we'll have to rename the towns and switch them around. It's the only thing I can think unless we cheat and start with everything unlocked. So we need to pick a highway. Is that a way you gotta kind of play the way the American brain kind of works? Snap. Good, okay. There's also a tiny, what is this? What is this? The hell? Where are you? Old mill ruins? Okay. Kind of want to build that at some point, but let's worry about building our sections. Hello, welcome, ex-Smokey. Welcome. So, alright. Also, roundabouts. We're not going to be using these because this is Atlanta, not London. But do we have some off-ramps? Road lane direction. Traffic direction on one way is an asymmetric road lane. Is assigned when you build when you build the road. Lane markings points from where you start when you start building and building the road to where it ends. Okay. Changing lane directions. You can change the direction of lanes by building the same type of road on top of the old one, but in the opposite direction. Building the same type of road on top of the old one doesn't cost you anything. Okay. One-way roads have traffic flowing in the single direction on all lanes. Keep an eye out for dead-end roads when building them. Asymmetric roads. Asymmetric roads have more lanes going in one direction and fewer in other. So that's a road that has a separate back lane. That's a weird way to set up a traffic issue and solve a traffic issue. I see that. That's cool, but very odd. It's like U-turn. That's North Carolina strategy right there. When using them, be mindful not to cause traffic to make unnecessary U-turns. Well, somebody should have taught some states. Because of lanes ending abruptly. Also, when connecting them to other roads, try to align them so that there are no unnecessary lane changes required. Somebody should have definitely taught a certain state that. Okay, so we're going to need an overpass type deal going on. But I don't think we have the ability to straight do those automatically yet. Yeah, these. When these unlock, I need progression node intersections in order to create a pre-made intersection so I don't have to do it. Some decent choices too. That's essentially Spaghetti Junction but smaller. Okay, so I can't do that yet. So we're gonna have to, unless, hold on, how do I... Something else I don't know quite where it is. Let's see. How do I open my tech tree? Oh. You can turn the underground view on and off here at any time. Turning on the underground view makes it easier to build at different depths and find connection points. You can also use it while replacing or bulldozing roads and pipes. So I've got to figure out what all these buttons are. So we're looking for the tech menu. Let's see if that's got a button. Like the progression menu, so progression, okay, nope, that's not set either. So let's set these two buttons while we're in here. So this can be that. Because economy is a very important thing for me to know that. A lot of the other overviews I can just do in the panel, so we're good. That should be good. So that's D-pad down. There it is. Alright, so development trees allow you to access new services, buildings, and other buildable items for your city. You can unlock these assets by using development points. Basic services will be automatically unlocked when you reach new milestones. To develop and grow service further, unlock the next item along the tree and build it in your city. Development points are awarded for reaching new milestones. Each city service has its own development tree. You can focus on specific types of city development by spending your points in areas that interest you the most. Explore the development trees to find what features each service has to offer. Okay, so intersections. So it would have to be way over here. How much milestones do I have? I have 0. We can't, so we're gonna have to start with the cheapy way of doing it. This is cool though. Milestones. Milestones represent the growth of your city. Develop your city to reach the next milestone. Track how your city is growing and how far you have to go to reach your next milestone. Milestones unlock new features, dev points, and more. XP. This tracks the amount of expansion points, XP, you have. It shows how much you need to gain until you reach the next milestone. You are awarded XP for building service buildings and their upgrades, signature buildings and roads. Increasing your population numbers and citizen happiness also grants you XP rewards. Nice. Whenever you reach a new milestone, you'll receive a money reward. Use it to build and maintain the city. For each milestone reached, you will also be granted development points, which can be used to unlock advanced services. Each milestone adds to your existing expansion permits. So that's what it is. We have to become a bigger city to buy new tiles. So what I probably should have done, and I might, if we're going to do it, since we're forced to do it this way, I think I'm going to start over on my own after we're done with this, after we show some more of this off. And what I'll do is I'll start with Lawrenceville then, or some other city. Maybe I'll call this some random city, because I don't want this city to be Atlanta. The one we're starting now, I want the new district over there to be Atlanta. So, unless it'll allow me to change it. We'll see how far, if we make it far enough to know. And if it'll let me change districts and rename them from different ones, and I'll just change this to a different town. A made-up Georgia town, because Georgia never had an island town, I'm pretty sure. So, we'll just have to make this a made-up town that we're using to expand the actual, like, Georgia, like, Atlanta cities, and Lawrenceville, Barrow County, or Gwinnett County, Barrow County, all of those. Each milestone adds to your existing expansion persons that need to expand your city borders. Each milestone unlocks more features that allows you to build and expand in different ways. Yeah, see, I could buy map tiles after the first level. Shoo! 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 Woo! Shoo! Yo, Champ King, welcome, welcome. Welcome to City Skylines 2. Cool, cool, good to know. Alright. We can't really do any of that right now, so we're gonna have to do this the hard way. Which means I have to create my own overpass, and this is gonna be painful. So this is what's gonna take us the next hour. No, I'm just kidding. Where do I want the off-ramp coming on? Probably here. Oh no, we need a curve into that. There we go. Oh, hey, that's how you do it. Oh, okay. So that will be our off-ramp. Now we need an on-ramp. So elevation. I gotta zoom in. Gonna have to make a radical loop. Boom, 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 boom. Very simple, but it'll work. A little bit of a radical turn there. I should have started the thing sooner, but that's good enough. Call it better Chicago. That's a good point. Call it better Chicago, dang. Foster, dang. Talk about hashtag cruel. Cruel! That was cruel. Hold on, now we gotta make the road. This road's probably going to be pretty congested, I will say, is the one issue with this, but with this not being able to be a proper intersection I can use, but it will have to do. Alright, now we got that. You want to go here. Ouch. Oh, no. Okay, so now what we want to do is go into grid mode. Just do this. There's a small area there. 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 Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. We're gonna need another curved road because we need an exit on. This is where the weirdness comes in with not having being able to build a pre-made intersection. Now I need one. Going like. Huh? There we go. That's too radical of a turn. So I went way too high on the other one. Sorry. Okay, so. Oh man, some of these are not angled like I want. The angling is not perfect with the way it works. Some of these turns are real sharp, but that's alright for now. Road maintenance is a very big thing in this game to get it properly done. No. I want it to start. You bastard. Yeah, see, it wants to do that. Why are you doing that? Roads are always going to be terrible in City Skylines, no matter what they do, I feel like. They're like the worst thing ever. Yeah, see, I don't want the angle there. I want the angle on it. What are you doing, game? Yeah. Being very stupid. This, he produces the world's supply of helper bots, exactly. Oh, that's not. A little closer than that. I guess that'll have to do. Luckily, this one doesn't need to go towards the other one's intersection. We can just do this. That was a lot simpler, getting back on the road. Okay. Because I don't want my industry to be on the same side. So, okay. Now I want to do a road leading between these two places. Put it back on grid mode. Okay. Now let's create a small industrial zone. Oh wait, did I accidentally do one ways? Will that work actually? Oh, that actually went the wrong way. Oopsies, hold on. Made a small mistake right there.
This is Second Moon Radio, classical for modern age. Unlike most modern music, classic has always been penned by someone sitting in front of a sheet of blank paper, using only their imagination as guides through a silent audio masterpiece. Now,
I gotta design these roads
full volume and our souls
specifically. So coming in here, we want.
But let us not tarry. On to the next episode.
Whoa, that's weird. Hold on, I'm gonna bulldoze that. That's terrible. Okay, there we go. So that's either gonna go that way or that way. That's going that way properly. We want you to you. And we want you to you. This is how you make roads. Okay, then we want you You. Did we get rid of all the blocks? I think we did. We're doing one-way street setups here for this. It'll keep traffic from running into each other as much, I'm hoping. Well, we're gonna find out, though. Are we gonna do the same thing for the homes, though? Or do I want that two-way streets? I think for residential, we're gonna do two-way streets. I want two-lane highways for this. We want a two-lane going into it. Right there. Go. Alright, that's got access now. So now we want to switch to proper two-lane highways. We want to... Hold on, we gotta go from corner to corner. Right there. That might not work, but we'll try it. Oh. I just love how good this is with the control. Like, it does a good job with the control. You want to go all the way down there. Ooh, interesting. That means this road is off. Hold on. That is not properly aligned with where the grid kind of happened, but that's okay. That solves that issue. Also, these little line grid things that they do now to help you see if everything is properly coming at each other from the right angle is beautiful. It makes building a city so much more awesome. Alright, we are almost done with my area. Oh, you're still got it. There we go. I think that's all the roads turned into two ways for the residential area. Okay. So next what we should work on first is power, because I gotta see if we're gonna go ground power on this. Ooh, or groundwater, I should say. That's actually pretty good. Okay, hold on then. Whoa, why is it being weird? It's strange. I see why it's doing it. That's fine. kind of want water. We'll put it right there. So it'll have access to the road. The water is flowing. Alright. Now we need a sewage pipe. We always want to be downriver and stuff, so we'll put the sewage pipe where we had it last time in this little cove. And we'll do a single, oops. Is that not connected? That is not connected apparently. Hold on. Oh wait, what the hell? Oh, it switched. Oh goodness. There needs to be a button for this. There we go. Aha! Figured it out. Okay. It's gonna connect from here now. Oh, I gotta get rid of that too, dang it. Alright, let's just connect from here to it snaps. That. There we go. Alright, sewage should be up and running. So now we need power. Do I want to take off of the highway grid? Probably, to be fair. We're going to start with a smaller city, so we're going to do the same thing we did last time. This is going to be on the highway. And we'll build the electric cable. Is that working? Oh no, that's not what I need. I need this. But I need to make it underground. There we go. Power is connected. Alright, electricity is good. Let us start zoning. Alright, so we kind of want our houses to be kind of, maybe somewhat back here a little bit so they get some nice scenic view of the water. Be kind of nice that way. So let's build some houses here. Let's, because, you know, you always gotta live next to power at least once. Let's build some houses in this corner. Okay. Then we're gonna need commercial. This actually looks like a cool little commercial spot. This one as well. Now we're gonna want industrial over here. Give it a big and some big and larges. This will be the main district for it. For now, we'll also get that. That should be well more than enough. It's not too much. Okay, zoning is done. Yeah, there's so much stuff to do now. Oh, did I have it set on the right one? Where'd you get down? Yeah, North American low density. Is that what I did? I hope so. Hold on, just to be safe. Let's repaint these. Make sure I did North American low density. You can do UK or North American, however you want on any map. Make sure I had North American low density. Let's do the same thing with the housing. Yeah, North American low housing, okay. Yeah. The industry doesn't change, so okay, so we got that good.
That was truly superfluous. Masterful counter.
Vegetation, trees, and brush greenery can be used to decorate your city. Trees grow with passing of time. The plants and the trees are regional, so a different set available on the current selected tiles. Yeah. Tool mode, you can place plants individually or use a brush to distribute large amounts at once. So yeah, these are all the American looking trees, it looks like. Yeah. What's the British one? Alders, huh? Not much difference between the American and British one, I feel like, tree-wise. Except for, hey, an alder versus an oak. Or a pine tree, rather. It's funny. Yeah, okay. Pathways. Pathways are for pedestrians and can be built wherever there is room. With pathways, you can build nature trails or scenic, that's cool, or scenic routes between buildings. Connect your path to roads, sidewalks, so that people can access them. That's cool. Tool options. Tool options can help bring your vision to life. Get creative with the curves and elevation. Nice. Curves and elevation. And that curves and elevation. Alright. We are good. Alright, let's unpause time. See what happens. People are moving in, nice. Huh? What's that mean? No car access. What? How does that have no car access, but these do? Huh? The roads aren't blocked. Is there a way to make a left turn? There is. I'm not sure about that one. Where do I select that one? Oh. Yeah, there's something weird going on with that one. These are building, but this one isn't. Alright, well let's unzone that one and rezone it. Oh. Yeah, there we go. Let's see, change my mind. Call it Skynet City, the city of the future that will totally not nuke the world. Yeah, I mean, that's probably accurate. That is, no, I'm not going to argue with that because that's probably true. Oh wow, demand for housing is going up. Nice. And commercial, gotcha. So it's probably because there's too much of a hill here. So let's put some housing here. Let's put some housing on this street. It's getting hot in here. I may have to take a break real quick. We're not going to quit the stream, but I may have to turn on the fan. It's getting a little warm in here. I'm creating kind of small and big stores here. I didn't mean to do that. Don't do that. I gotta get rid of that. Hold on. There we go. How's our yellow's still pretty good, to be fair. You know what we need to do? We need to be able to speed up time. Let me see what the button to speed up time is. Switch speed is left stick square for me. There we go. Oh wow, the demand is heavy right now. So if that's the case, let's just fill this entire corner here with houses. That helped. Because I want some coastal property, let's do something real quick. It's not meeting demand, so we're forced to import some from our neighbors. Oh yeah. And that makes sense, that's what we're doing. What we're doing, it's what we be doing. Does anyone else just praise the sun? I'm literally melting in this heat. That's what I feel like right now. Praise the sun. Our Holy Father Ra has arrived. There we go. That's how you make a better corner. You want some beachfront property for people. Boom. Alright, now we're gonna make some nasty residential areas. For low density. Welcome to your new home. On the corner. Ugh. This city is incredibly noisy. I can barely hear myself think. What? How? How is that even possible? Now we need more commercial demand. So let's put up some corner stores over here. No road access. Why does it keep doing that? This road does not reach the vehicle entry. Because it's too big, I guess. Alright, well then let's get rid of. Let it try again. Oh, it keeps trying. Okay, hold on. We're just gonna make our opinion go down if we keep doing that. So, what we're gonna do. Dezone that. Dezone that. And we'll make a smaller business and 2 smaller businesses in this corner. See if we. This will be like the little small strip zone. There we go. That'll be commercial for a little bit. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. So. Hamilton. This whole place is just Hamilton Street? What the hell? How do I rename this? I want to rename. How do I do that? That I haven't figured out. Well, let's pause. How do I rename a street? Yeah, but it's a dry heat. I've waited years for a reason to quote Hudson from Aliens. Yeah, but it's a dry heat. It's not a bad heat, it's a dry heat. So how do I rename the road? How do I get into the road maintenance? That ain't it. As I'm pausing. Gonna have to figure out what that button is. Square didn't do it. Two options, this is steering tools, yeah. Shortcuts, it's probably a shortcut. Bulldozer, continue tutorial, normal speed, fast speed, focus, focus selection. I don't know if that's really what I want. Transportation overview, chirper, follow up citizens, event, photo, take photo. I don't know how to rename the road. Because I don't know what tool does that. I'm gonna have to come back to that later, probably. I'll have to watch another City Skylines 2 video and figure out how to rename a road. I assume maybe this? Maybe this? It might be? We'll try that.
Modesty demands that I prevaricate against the title.
Nope.
I will tail the form, and all my expertise derives merely from a life devoted to the gentle arts. Though I do thank you for the honor.
Is this it?
But I digest. To continue. Professor Hornbook, as a traveler from my homeland, I long to hear a tune that speaks to the anguish of my weary soul. There now, my good fellow, chin up, as it were. No need to wallow in sentiment. leave that to those poet chaps. Here's a tune just for you, and I do hope it provides your aching spirit some modest desolation.
The leader of the City Services Division is with us in the studio today to talk about why they're contracting with outside agencies to provide vital services for our residents. Isn't that going to be costly, Mr. Councilman?
Well, quite frankly, yes. It is an additional expense, but the residents have come to expect a certain level of services, and we simply do not have the capacity to provide them within the city.
Sounds like we're the ones who will end up paying for it. Should we be worried?
Yeah, that's harsh.
I expect the residents would be more distressed if key services became unavailable. Their quality of life is very important to them.
But so is the money. We'll be back.
It's gonna be like true American. Is that what we want? Freaking hilarious. Call the street Walker Lane. I will if I can learn how to freaking, how do you like edit things. Let's move camera. Doobity-doobity-doobity-doobity-doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, hold on. I wonder. Is it in here? Is it in here? Whoa. You can see the elevation of the roads when you do that. Or the land. That's actually pretty cool to see if you're going to be building on uneven terrain. That's awesome. Not what I need, but it's awesome. Wait, hold on. What's it say now? So that's supposed to select it, but it's not. Is it? What if I do that? Ah, hold on. Found it! Oh, I gotta go out of it. Found it. Found it. It didn't change it. Oh, it's because it's taking a second. Whoa. Whoa, why did that kill my frames? Hold on a second. Oh, might have to save it. I think I broke something. I should stop using that menu. That's not good. We're gonna save it, Jack, because I broke something really bad right there. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I hate this. I hate when it does this. I broke something. This is why I can't window out. My rig is too tiny to window out on certain games because it overloads the damn resolution. Shit. Oh, did I just lose this city? No, come on. Work properly. Oh god, the lag. Oh god. Ah, come on, game, re-render. Okay, well. Come on, you need to let me save. I can't see where the freaking icon is. Oh my god. This is what I get for trying to be awesome and give you guys awesome stuff because I get punished for being so far behind and the world's going too fast. It doesn't matter. Ay, 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 ay. Let me save, David. Yes, save. Save Atlanta. Save it. Save Atlanta. All right, quit. Quit. We gotta exit the desktop and restart. Also, I might as well check see if James is on. Y'all might as well get to see how I work things. Yikes, that was insanity. Sure, everything's fine. Okay. Is the James on? The James is on. So you know what, chat? I think what we'll do. That was a good look at what we do. If I have to start over, I can do it off camera. Now that I know how everything works and can build my own city how I want. Now that we kind of got the beginnings of Atlanta, if that save file still works and I load it back up when I load the game back up and re-render the video graphics. No way, this isn't so noisy for you guys. We'll focus on that. But I think that was a good start. I really do love City Skylines too. It does have some, like most people say, some optimization, like crazy choices that just make no sense. But it runs. And it does pretty decent. It wasn't lagging until I tried to rename that street. I'll have to remember to rename it with my mouse and then switch back to controller. Because that's the benefit of being playing a PC version of a game, is being hybridized in that way. So that means what I need to do is use the controller to get through the menus, but when I need to type something, quickly switch over to the mouse and type it in-game. It probably wouldn't have freaked out if I had done that. I do think what happened is it tried to go back to my desktop and then but kept the game rendering, so my graphics card got real mad at me. So, noted. But I do love City Skylines 2 so far already. I love all the efficiency things that it's got in it. It's pretty good. And from what I've seen, y'all haven't even seen nothing yet. I am so happy that at least a lot of the transportation DLCs that were from Skylines 1 are in this game. Like, almost all of them. Like, the bus line and how you customize your bus lines, your train lines, and all this. You could do this in the first one, but the way you can customize them now is so much more detailed. And there's so many more menus and panels you can do to min-max your city. Ticket prices, all kinds of things. Like, you'll see as we grow our town and we start to need things such as those. And need ways to get around the town a little bit better. As we basically fund what will be true Atlanta later on the main island. That's when I'll really start getting into the bus stuff and transporting between cities and the small town, creating stuff like that. Also, did you see... Oh, nice. That's awesome. See, we're already getting helper bots to start washing dishes, too. It's beginning. It has begun, chat. And soon, my city will be born. Don't worry about that. Nothing going on. But nothing. Remember, we're only halfway from becoming many. Exactly. But instead of doing that, I'm just gonna do something else instead. But it doesn't matter because what's the difference at this point? It is all good, Fuzzy. Soon I will buy me a crocodile skin jacket and some shades, and then dye my hair blonde. What? Nothing. The only difference is it'll be robots. Anyways, a big shout out to Tam King, to Farseer, and to everyone who joined up for our first look and first episode of City Skylines 2. We're going to be doing some Motor Town later today with James here in a little bit, most likely. And tomorrow we're going to be doing some fishing. You heard me right. There's a certain game on Game Pass also that I wanted to play way back when that I didn't get to play. We're going to be doing some fishing, chat. And at some point, some train sim, just like, and I'll have to resort to Tam King's knowledge, because he is the expert compared to me. I am a noob train operator. So it'll be up to Tam King to guide us as our instructor. All we need is oil bleeding bugs to fight. Hey, you never know. What happens when we find out deep inside of Mars there's a bug colony filled with oil? Oh man. Also, I don't know if you know this, but Element 710 spelled, yeah, I know it's spelled. It spells oil. puts on conductor hat, exactly. But Chan King will have to be our guide for that, because I'm also going to have to run hybrid on that, especially since I'm running it all for Game Pass. We're going to be using DSX. I love DSX. It's so good. Might also play a fighting game for the fun of it this week. Some Killer Instinct, just because I don't have. It's my Tekken NV kicking in, but we're getting there. We're getting there, chat. We're close. It's coming. It's a coming. But yeah, we'll do that as well. We're basically Space USA in the future. Exactly. But alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed some City Skylines 2. Tomorrow we'll be doing some fishing, and later today, if things work out, we'll be doing some Motor Town with Mad Lad James. So big shout out to him, and him trying to keep his train alive as he survives World War I on the only train that he has to his name on his way home. But I hope y'all had a good one. Big shout out to him. Big shout out to everyone in chat, Tam King, Farsinger, and everyone who got to see this after the stream as well. Hope you all enjoyed, and we will be doing some more City Skylines coming up this week. So, hope y'all enjoyed it. Thank you so much, everyone. Peace and love, y'all. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone. Bye.